Hey everybody, welcome back to GradGirlRambles. I'm Brianna here with a very overdue video. So it's been a while since my last video, and as you could probably guess, it's just been a very hectic semester for me. I didn't get to put out as many videos as I hoped, but because it's summer, I'm hoping now I'm in a better headspace. The semester was just a very kind of weird semester. I was taking fewer classes, but somehow I still felt like I was doing more than I was before. But I'm back, and I just wanted to do a really quick end of semester reflection and kind of just like a summer, like what's Brianna doing? So the spring semester was, it felt so long. Somehow it felt like the longest semester yet. I think second year in general for my program is just like a hard year, but the spring really kind of got me, and I felt very overwhelmed for most of the time, and there was just like a lot of anxiety with like assignments and like what am I doing here and research and things like that. So something that I realized, I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but I started seeing a therapist at the beginning of the fall semester, and my intention was to actually find a therapist here in Michigan when I started my program, because I tend to get very anxious, especially when it comes to like school stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna go to a therapist for anxiety, and then I got too anxious trying to find a therapist that took me a year to actually start going. But it was really helpful. My therapist is really great, and we talked a lot about trying to figure out how to make it more manageable for me. And so we worked a lot this semester and last semester on kind of like, my what it what it is about school that just stresses me out and makes me so anxious. And I think everybody in grad programs, I think we kind of just tend to be a little bit more prone to anxiety. Um, but we worked through a lot, and it was a really good semester, I think, because of that. Um, but I was really kind of in the throes of my thesis. We call it my apprenticeship. My data collection did not go as well as we had hoped. That's kind of the nature of research, but it kind of came together, and obviously it's not exactly how I hoped it would have gone, but it is what it is, and we're going to keep trucking. So the spring was a lot of me trying to figure out how to kind of deal with barriers as they come up in research. I was so used to being like a research assistant, so when there were barriers that kind of would happen, I was not responsible for figuring it out. I didn't have to do anything with the IRB. I didn't have to like make decisions, and this time it was on me. It wasn't completely on me. Obviously, I have the support of my advisor, but it's a very different position to be in. And I know that research is very unpredictable, but it was more that I was expecting to deal with. So yeah, it is what it is. But this summer I'm wrapping up my data collection for that project and doing a lot of the writing for the final manuscript this summer. So I'm going to be doing research, which is typically what I do in the summer anyway. But this is my project, so I'm very excited about that. I have a couple of other things that I'm working on research-wise. I'm working on my advisor's research. I'm working on mine. And it's really nice, even though I would love to be able to go back to the days where summers were just a summer and I didn't have to do anything. It's really nice being able to focus on one thing and not have to think about my research, my coursework, some kind of practicum experience. It's just really nice having the one focus, which is the research. Obviously it has multiple components, but I'm really glad that I'm able to do that. Also, you may have noticed that I have a different background. So I actually moved, which is another reason why I have not posted in a while. After the semester ended, I had about 2 weeks before I got keys to my new apartment. So there was a lot of packing that I needed to do, which I was very slow with, even though I tried to start it early. But early meant that I had to start packing during like finals, and that was not helpful at all. So I'm officially moved into my apartment. I did some painting, as you can see. I did accent walls in a couple of rooms, and I'm just really excited to have this new space. the future of our the university's kind of in-person status is still unclear. So whether next year's classes are in person or online, I'm just glad to have a separate space in my home where I can literally close the door and leave the work in here. Before, I was sharing a common area living space with my roommate who's also in my program, but it was really difficult because we only had one desk and there was just there's a lot of work happening in a place that should be relaxing. But now we both have our own apartments, our own spaces with like offices, which is really nice. And I'm really enjoying that. So I'm excited to kind of see what next year looks like. I hope some of the classes are in person just because I miss seeing, I just miss seeing people, even just the people in the building, even if I didn't have classes with them. It was really nice to just walk around and see people doing things. So TBD on that, but that's pretty much all I had to update you all on that. In the future, I'll be posting more videos. I'm working on something with a few people that I think will be really helpful for psychology students, specifically when it comes to applying for internship. Just gonna leave that little sprinkle right there. But I have some ideas for videos that I hope to be posting soon, so stay tuned and I'll catch you later. Bye.